Oh, Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. 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 Let's see who's on here. Hey, King JC, what's up, baby? Magical Girl, what's up? Hey, Miss Pearl. Thank you, Magical Girl. Yeah, if you guys come to the channel, thank you for reminding me. If you guys come to the channel, where's my little speaker at? I have a little speaker I set this on. I don't know if we're gonna get too many people in here. I'm not gonna be in here more than 30 minutes because I got to get some sleep. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and give us a like. If you don't like it, somebody else might give us a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and if you want reminders about lives or anything else, hit the bell for notifications. Um, Today has been that day today, y'all. So I'm back here in Arkansas. I talked to them yesterday, and they said that they got me here to Arkansas because this is where they could get freight heading me west home. And be praying these people are honorable. Otherwise, I got to go home because I got medical stuff I actually really have to deal with. I'm have one of my blood pressure medicines that I'm very close. I have enough to get me through to the doctor's appointment. I have some backup stuff, but it's not the actual medicine I'm supposed to be on. It's an older prescription that they took me off of because it makes me cough. But it's also blood pressure medicine, so I got to get back home. Um, so hopefully they're honorable and they do that. They're so that if they don't, the truck will be headed to their terminal by Tuesday. I won't accept any freight going east of Arkansas. So because from Arkansas to Phoenix is a 2.5 day trip. Um, so I have a doctor's appointment at the end of the week of this week coming up. I Today's Saturday, so Sunday. But I have a load today that was supposed to be there at 11:30, but they gave me the load and it was already late to pick up because they gave it to me at 2 o'clock or whatever, and I was supposed to be picked up at 2 o'clock. So it's just a drop. It was a drop hook, and I think this is a drop hook. Last night I found out I was supposed to bobtail to pick it up, and I didn't know they have I guess it's like a secondary drop yard that's like exit two, and I didn't know it was a drop yard. I thought it was going to be actual customer, but what it is, it's a some kind of storage trailer facility. I don't know if these company picks up loads from Tyson's. I don't know, but there were other companies' trailers that were there, and then this company had a section of the yard. So I picked this trailer up from there, and they told me to bobtail over. So I had to take the trailer I had with me into the terminal, drop it off. But because they have to go through inspection, I got stuck in the inspection day getting inspection done on that trailer. Dropped that trailer, then I had to bobtail over, get this trailer that was almost out of fuel when I picked it up. It does have fuel in it. Because I went and had to take it back to the terminal, which means I have to go through an inspection again, fill it up, and then head to where I got to. And then last night it was raining up here. We've had alerts about possible flooding up here in Arkansas where I'm at, and I'm on my way to Rogers, Arkansas. So I shut down because I started running out of hours. I started getting tired, but I also started running out of hours. So I just went in and shut down. I was going to try to get about 100 miles further, but I was getting tired. Yeah, that's there's a whole bunch going on, and I went back to the Qualcomm just to double check and see if anything was going to come up about that vacation time. I'm still seeing. So this right here, where I hit myself in the head, it's still got a little bitty knot right there, but it's gone down. Um, I went back to see if anything was about the driver manager vacation. Nothing's in there about that. But I also went back to see about this whole thing with the system. Hey, Catalina, what's up, baby? Um, they were supposed to do that. The system stuff was last night. Some system they called TMW or something. That they were having an update. It was going to be down. Hey, Jennifer, what's up? Um, I do want to deal with a couple of issues here. And I said today's been the day. A very one of the ladies from my old church, kind of their family, kind of adopted me like an adopted daughter. We call her my Bert. I just found out that her youngest son. Well, she just lost her husband not that long ago, and now her youngest son passed away 3 weeks ago, and I'm just finding out about it today. So I got that news today, which just I can't even imagine. Um it's hard to bury a parent if you have a good parent, but it's even harder to be a parent to bury your child. That is like, I think, the worst. And that's true if you talk to people who are parents. Who, I'm not talking about these fly by night people that had children and they didn't care, like my father. But if you a parent who parents a child, who raised a child, who loved their children, and then all of a sudden, and this was the favorite son, you find out he's a baby too. He just passed. I'm like, when I got the news today, I was like, whoa. So I'm trying to get in touch. I left a message because they're having a funeral today. He was an educator at one of the schools there, and his mother was in upper echelons of education. But he was an educator at the public school, so they were coordinating something, I guess, with the school district for people having time off to go to the funeral too. Because he was a principal at one of the schools, and yeah, I'm just like, wow. Um, yeah, today's been that day. Yeah, yeah, really. So, yeah, that's why I got that. Just got that news not that long ago, and he was overweight. So we're going to be doing something about this. Me and Nikki were talking about. Hey Willie, did you get in to? Did you get into Swift? Let me know. I think that's Willie from my Waffle House, right? Willie, let me know if that's you. I think that's you. I said hi, Jennifer. I hope I said hi, Jennifer. And Catalina, I said hi. Willie, let me know if that's you, man. I think it's you. Okay. You still in Phoenix? I'm supposed to be home this coming weekend, so I'll be home. Supposed to be home Thursday. Okay. Okay. Did you get in with Swift? Or what trucking company did you decide to go with? Well, he's letting me know because he's probably typing. I want to show you guys something because somebody asked me about this. Hold on. And my truck's kind of a mess, y'all, because you can see I'm moving stuff around. But let me turn this around. Okay, cool. If you're in Phoenix, are you a smoker, Willie? Okay. So this is my seatbelt, and a lady trucker asked me about this. And if you see, what I do is I pull it out, I run it through here, and then I attach it here. Okay. I'm gonna get real with y'all because some people have asked me about trucking life. That funnel and that bucket is my tinkle bucket, and I funnel it sometimes into a jug or a bottle. So that's real. This is my porta john and trash can. I'm real. Y'all got all these bags up here because you know I'm getting packed up. Toilet seat goes on top in case of emergency. That's in case you have to number two. If you do number two, zip lock about 3 or 4 times and prepare it for exodus as soon as possible when there's light. That takes where you don't have to worry about smell. You see, I'm doing the same thing over here. Okay. Um, I'm just doing some realness for y'all. Welcome to trucking. Okay. I don't know for Prime. Jennifer, if you can go to D Boy Stance's channel and ask her, or if you go to the 411, the Trucker 411 on our Facebook page. What is D's name? Shoot, hold on. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Um, Jennifer, her name is Dorian Hardy on the Trucker 411. You should be able to send her a message or hook to her through the Trucker 411. Ask her. She was a prime. She did do prime training. As far as a she did her whole entire training through prime. I do not know what the waiting process is. She can answer that. You can also go to Junior Honduras's channel and probably he's also I am linked to him on Facebook. I don't know if he answers all his messages, but I would shoot him an email or go to his channel and ask him. Hey Chicago BBW. Willie, shoot, I'm leaving this company. Willie, that's why I'm packing. Um, Willie, uh, if you can, see if you can ask if you're a non-smoker, see if they can get you Bill Lieber at Swift. I don't know if they can get you him. My cousin was training there too. I don't think he's there anymore. His name was James Lewis. So you could probably try see if he's available. I don't know if he's. I think he's decent. So either him or Bill Lieber, if you can get either one. But you got to be a non-smoker for Bill. Happy birthday, girl. Bill Lieber, Lieber. Who's your student quote? L like Larry, IE. I think it's BER. If you say the name, they'll know who it is. Who's your He's actually one of the guys on the posters for Swift. He's the one that has the 22 years of Bill L. You'll see him at some of the truck stops. That's him. He was my refresher trainer. Bill is very good. Who's your student coordinator in Phoenix? Who do you have? Who do you report to? Willie, who do you report to in Phoenix? Who did they give you as a student coordinator? Well, if you're going out with a mentor, you should have a student coordinator. So you still are working with student services. They'll give you somebody to do. Hey, Trucker Felicia, Andrea Scott. Oh, I know Andrea. Well, she might not remember me, but I know who that is. I know who it is. Okay, I know who Andrea. She's a Latino lady, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Spanish. She might be mixed, like Spanish and black or Spanish. I think that's who you got. I didn't think she was a student coordinator though. I just thought she did orientation and did the medical stuff. Am I thinking the right person? I don't know. Then I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know who that is. Okay, then I don't know her. Are you gonna be doing regular van? Are you doing regular van? No, I don't know her. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Mm-mm. Well, anyway, yeah. So yeah, if you can see, I don't know. Drive in. Okay, cool. Yeah, and if you can get yourself on a dedicated fleet, you want to do that. Cause I mean, it's good to do the over the road for a minute, but if you can get on a dedicated fleet, do that. Hey D, what's up? Hey, congratulations. Well, 40. The 40s are good, baby. D. Let me tell you, DC. That's this D. The 40s, Clueless. The 40s are your friend. Well, but the 30s are the wake up call. The 40s are when you start getting really done with the dumb stuff. And by the time you 50, you like screw you. I'm not about no drama. Well, hopefully you're there. Hopefully you're there. Some people don't get to that maturity and they stay in foolishness all like my father all their life. But for me, 30s was kind of like the wake up. I'm grown. 40 was I really am not about a lot of drama anymore, and 50 is I'm so cool on you. I am. And excuse me, I get to that point. F you. I got enough friends. I, yeah. I got enough friends because I can't have because when you have and I'm saying drama. Everybody has their level of drama, but sometimes you got new people trying to come in and they want to try to bring all their drama. Good. I'm good. Or they have other intentions. I'm good. Happy birthday, everybody. We got a lot of people coming in here. Chuck and Felicia, why you got Chuck and Felicia? Bye. You silly. You don't put up with shiznit anymore. Yeah, I'm 51 now, and I tell you, my tolerance for foolishness has done. Um, the goal is to be home by the Thursday. Um, I'm praying that they're honorable and they will do what they're supposed to do and start getting me home. If not, I'm going to have to get home from Texarkana because I will have to return this at Texarkana because I am got to get home. Lot going on. I definitely want to go see this person whose son just passed because I was like, the family. I just am so my heart just went out today when I found that out for her because she's like Bertha's 80 something, and like I said, to bury your child is hard. I've had some questions. I'm gonna try to deal with that quick because like I said, I don't want to be on here more than 30 minutes today. So I've had a couple people reach out to me. Some of you asked about trucking companies. I talked to you in the background. Another one, I have other people have asking me about coming into the industry. Hey Latrice, what's up? Yeah, as soon as you start hitting the 40s, that's when it really starts kicking in, and that's when you start. Well, you're also you're dealing with the midlife crisis part. You're dealing with the what I call the look back over your life part, because now you're one of the people in the life commercial. You know the gentleman who died. Me and him aren't that far apart in age. Um, you're at the commercial where you're seeing your dates in the life insurance now. I mean, when you hit the 40s, that's you're one of those numbers. You see the date of birth coming through. If you're between these born during these times, you're in that pack. So now you're looking back over your life. You're looking at the ups, the downs, the in betweens, the overs, the under, childhood, why you're where you're at, who you are you happy? You're looking at the job you're in. You're looking at your lot in life, and you're like some of it is how did I get here? Some of it is I was involved with folks and I did this, that, and the other things, and it's just a real huge wake up call. Um, some people like my father, they want to stay in their foolishness, and that goes back to the old saying, "There's no fool like an old fool," and sometimes they just want to stay in their foolishness and be an old fool. But hopefully, you choose not to be an old fool, and you choose to take that midlife crisis, that wake up call, and wake the hell up. Some do the midlife crisis and they try to go back and try to be young and try. I prefer the person who does a midlife crisis and says, "I want some adventure. I'm missing something. I'm not being young, but I want to try to do some things that I've wanted to do in this life." Um, for me, getting out here and taking on something that I'd never done before, trucking was it. It's like my father did. He doesn't want me in trucking. So, well, you don't really want to do truck anymore. No, I actually like driving a truck. What I don't want is to deal with the BS of the companies anymore. That's where I'm burnt out. As far as driving the truck, I love it. Latrice, what's up, baby? I love just driving and being left alone. Now, I do need to have home time and have normalcy, but I actually like driving. What I have realized though is there's parts of the countries I like to drive more, and I do like the West Coast more. Um, I enjoy that area from Northern Cal up to Washington State. I enjoy parts of Colorado, the Rockies at certain times of the year. I enjoy driving through Utah at certain parts of the year. Um, those are probably my main areas that I like to drive as far as just a peaceful mental drive. If I had come into money tomorrow, I wouldn't drive in a truck anymore, but I would be driving something that'd probably be an RV with an Airstream or some kind of, or like a truck and an Airstream or some kind of, I wouldn't even mind doing what they call the bus life, where you have the buses that are converted to tiny homes. I have nothing, something where I would be traveling and seeing that. I know that this is, God willing, part of what I want to do when I don't have to work anymore. So, I would probably be doing something like that, and I'd probably be doing either some voluntary work at churches and ministry, whatever, something like that. I'd be doing something like that and traveling around the country. That would be something I would do, and that would be satisfying for me. Um, but getting to some of the things I wanted to address, I had a question, and I think it will help. And the reason I showed the straps and I showed just some of the realness of trucking with the porta john and the little tinkle bucket and all that stuff and what I have to do as a female. Men they can go on a bottle, but they still if you have an emergency and you need to take a dump, you need to do this because you're going to get sick on the truck and have runs. I've had it, and you're not going to be able to make it out the truck. You're going to end up taking a crap on yourself. Um, so if you can avoid that, go this route. There's times now, especially in the current climate, I'm not even for. Not only will I mention it to my female when I was training females, I'll mention it to males. Even that crazy guy I had on here, I said we don't. I don't get out the truck at night, and I don't suggest it for you as a man, but you have the option as a male, since your body is different, and you feel if you want to defend yourself, to get out here and take a tinkle. But if you want, draw those curtains and tinkle in a bottle, and just make sure you put it in the trash, and we dispose of that in the morning. We don't keep piss bottles on here like luggage. We don't. We don't. We don't keep, uh, if you have to do a number two because of an emergency, we don't keep that on here like luggage. It gets immediately off this truck when there is light and a good, safe place to dispose of everything. We don't keep that on here like luggage. A, because it's not normal, it's a biohazard. And we are discreet and clean about how we do it. I disinfect everything. I have generic version of Lysol. Um, I have hand sanitizer. I have wipes. So the question that I was asked, and I wanted to show the safety part because somebody had asked about how you do it, and I didn't come up with that idea on my own. I learned it from trucking school. One of my school instructors. Is not something that I came up with. I take if I have good information, I take it. The other thing you can do is you can get a ratchet strap, like a strap, and you can actually strap it from door to door. Run it and then ratchet it in and just have it from door to door. When they try to open those doors, you cannot open those doors. It's doing almost the same thing as the seatbelts. So you cannot open the doors. Um, Safety is big, okay? When you get out your truck, headset, have a phone with you, communication at all times. Ladies, don't put your phone in the back pocket. What happened to Carmisha? She said, I got pickpocketed. Normally, when a person pickpockets you, they pickpocket you from the back. That's how guys get their wallet stolen. And I don't know what this is. It's a new. I don't have never understood putting the phone in your back pocket. But I don't know if it's a stylish thing with folks. To me, it's the dumbest thing ever because when you sit down, you're going to sit on your phone and break the screen. I put my phone in my pocket on my side pocket. Or you guys need to get the holsters that go on your belts, okay? And a best phone casing to have is what's the name of this case I got? You throw it across the wall. What's the name? Otter. The Otter case is the best case to get. There are some other ones, but I'm old school, and the Otter is a good case out here to get. Um, the person asked me, and it's been a question I've gotten. Basically, what can I give you as far as ups and downs of this industry? What advice, do I have, if any? My father asked me the question, you don't want to do trucking anymore. And that's what he wants. Monty wants you, Bill's kind of the same way. Bill wants me to go work where he works. Bill wants me to live where he lives. Next. He thinks I should be back in a corporate life because that's what Monty wants. Also, I believe that by that, he thinks I'm going to come sit in that house with him, do a work from home in that room, and then I can contribute money to the house so he can take extra money. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. Um, One of the reasons, like I could probably put in for a work from home and work out of Lubbock, probably get the job, work out of Lubbock, and bring in, but I can't sit in that pissy house in that room and look at somebody. That would drive me batty watching him. It is his life to me is effing depressing for somebody at 70 years old just to sit in a chair and piss on themselves all day. And God forgive me, I don't mean to be mean. That is just depressing. Um, and I pray God, maybe he'll wake him up. But he's a little older now, and he's so intent on his sinking in the sand and being who he is and being narcissistic and being I can't anymore. Um, Trucking on a whole, whether you're female or male coming into this industry, the good part of it, you're going to see all of the country. The good part of it, you always will be able to make some money. However, The money may not always be exactly what you want it to be, and you may have ups and downs, and some of these companies will try to rape you and use you for slave labor. When you initially come in, automatically know you're slave labor. You will, if you make 30,000, 35,000 in your first year, I'll be shocked. Um, I barely broke 25, 30 in my first year when I started, and that is no money. Okay, that's just no money. Um, these companies, to get your experience, they're taking risk, and I understand why you're not making that much money. They're paying your insurance, but they're making huge amounts of money off of the loads that you're carrying. So, because they're taking the risk, they know they can't pay you slave wages. That's another reason why I don't like starter companies, because here you have an experienced driver and you're not really paying them nor giving them the miles that they're worth in most cases. Some cases you might, and again, the other thing coming in is female. This is still a good old boy industry. So you may find that your male counterpart who may have equal experience as you, that guy may be getting all these miles, and you might not be getting as much, because good old boys work with boys, and they can shoot the breeze about something, and next thing you know, they're running. You're like, why am I not doing this, that, and the other thing? Boys work with boys. It's still a good old boy network in this industry. Um, Nikki right now is working at a company. Hey, Larry Smith. We're gonna probably be talking too. I haven't talked to you. We need to catch up. And Larry, I'm using my new phone, so I don't know if I've given you that yet. We'll talk. Hit me up at truckerdoll@gmail.com, and I'll shoot you my new phone number, because I don't know if you have that yet. Because I still got to program numbers from the old phone in. I haven't done that yet. I programmed some, but I haven't programmed everything. Um, in this industry, though, you're going to have up and down. Speaking of Larry Smith understands this. 18 years coming back in the industry, she had come back to my starter company, and the treatment she got was absolutely mind blowing. Shoddy equipment, uh, equipment that you broke down immediately. We ain't got no trucks for you. Then you're gonna call and then try to tell me, oh, we'll get you better equipment. Come back. No, you just lost a driver with 18 years accident free driving experience because you want to do shenanigans. Same as here. You got a driver 6 years accident free and you're doing shenanigans on miles because you're trying to run me in these little Tyson, what do you call this? Shuttle runs. It's no money. And then you're taking loads, but then giving no, it's no, I can't. And it's okay. It's okay because it's a starter company. I'm not saying they're a bad company, but starter companies tend to have this kind of drama. And so, um, what Larry Smith had to finally do to get out of the drama was go lease purchase. I sometimes have a problem with that because it's almost like they're forcing you to go take on extra, and it might be something you want to do, but it's taking on accountability and getting their hands washed of it for you to do something you like to do and to take on a little more risk and a little bit more expense to have the freedom. Um, I have problems with that because you want to move freight, right? But it's almost like you're being a grumpy smurf, and I'm gonna put my feet in the sand, and I'm gonna still do what I want to do, treat you the way I want to do. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna still do this stuff. It's just like the whole idol thing. That to me makes absolutely no sense. I have a problem with it because now with the advent of the electric APU, there's hardly, the fuel economy goes way down. Matter of fact, the trucks that I had at that white company, I never even heard the truck. However, they had it rigged. That truck didn't even really come on. You would hear this, and that was like it was recharging the voltmeter, and it cut right out. I didn't hear the truck actually start the engine up. Um, but the electric APU, it takes a huge financial hit out of idle, but they don't want to put the money in to put those on the back of the trucks anymore. Hey, Monet. Yeah, I'm almost at my 30 minutes here, Magical Girl. I'm getting ready to get off here. Um, so when you If you're going to come into the industry, you need to know that the money is going to be up and down. You need to know that your first year, if you break 35, I'm impressed. You need to know that you're going to come into an industry where you got so many cooks in the kitchen that some cooks don't know what they're doing. Communication in the industry within the office is horrid in most companies. Um, your equipment is going to be up and down coming in. Oftentimes, you're not going to get the best equipment. Sometimes you might get the luck of a draw and get good equipment. Um, Make sure that when you come into the industry and you go get your truck, some people are starstruck by the fact they get the truck, they cleaned it and everything else. But what you want to do is really check the running condition of the truck. They'll give you a truck with 400,000 or 500,000 miles on it. While that truck is broke in, that truck could also have some issues. I mean, like I got this truck. When you looked at this truck, the truck looked gorgeous, looked beautiful, with the exception it was missing pieces of the black fins on the back, and I saw the crack on the bottom, which meant it was probably in a jackknife. Um, you want to make sure that you actually do a good pre-trip on the truck because, like I said, I went when I was at Swift. When I came back the second time, or when I came back off of the leave, and I came back to pick up my truck to go back the second time for the refrigeration team. The first truck I gave you, there were issues with airlines. The second one they had, the damn seat was in a U, sitting in the ready line. The other one had some other issue coming up on the dash. I went through three. They kept trying to give me stuff that they should have checked and see what normally. And then when I took one truck around, it looked like it was gonna be all right. I took it around. She's like, "Well, where'd you go?" And I said, "Well, I drove the truck." Because what they're used to is the person going ooh ah, it's clean, and they put some armor all on it, and I'm in a truck, and they don't pre-trip nor drive that truck to see if there's something wrong with it. I bobtailed this truck around the yard to find out what was wrong with it. Now I couldn't pick up the alignment issue till I really got on the highway, but I bobtailed and just to see if there were any issues that I could tell immediately, other than them putting those fairings on. You need, and also to get a feel for where things are at in this truck as far as usage, gauges, emergency brakes, hazards, lights, turn signals. You want to get used and acclimated to the truck before you take it. Trying to think what else I want to tell you. If you're a trainee, based on the story I told about the young lady here that had the sexual harassment, if you're a female trainee and you don't feel comfortable with ask for a woman. Most companies have a woman trainer. The issue you're going to have to understand is that you may have to wait for one, and that wait may be more than a week because there's not a lot of women training in the industry, for good reason. And some women don't like to train women because women tend to not be able to be less skittish, um, and women can be catty. So it's hard to train another woman knowing that cattiness. So you have women that just only want to train men. I hate to say that, but that is true. Um, Trying to think what else. Safety is huge. I believe personal safety as well as safety on the equipment. Um, and then once you get your 6 months to a year out the way, then you need to start looking at what you actually want to do in the industry, where you want to fit, and you could change that several times. Nikki right now is learning pneumatic trailers, or excuse me, pneumatic tankers. That might be where she is, and then she might say, no, that's not what I want to do. Um, she said, I'm using your 90-day philosophy. I do have a philosophy. You give a company 90 days. Now, for your newbies, you guys can't do that. You're actually going to have to probably stick it out with a starter company for a minimum of 6 months in order to do a move. Um, okay, I don't know what we're talking about, Disney Princess, but you'll let me know. Um, Lease purchase deals for newbies. I don't think you should get into a lease purchase until you're in the industry. My humble opinion is you should do at least 2 years before you get into a lease purchase. And if you're going to go that route, you want to go into ownership of a truck. Me and Nikki are going to be talking about that. Once I get to Phoenix, we'll be doing a series of interviews with her. But if you want to get into a lease purchase deal, what my strong suggestion is, um, I'm trying to think how best to put it. What my strong suggestion is that you should do that um, after the 2 year period and make sure you're watching the company. Understand, like the white transportation dude, I didn't work in the office, but what I understood was the way he did his business. That he had contracted on with Yano to carry freight. The freight that he carried, he could use their trailer or his trailer, depending on what he was doing to do his backhaul. He would then go get a Tyson load. So there's a relationship with Tyson that he's getting paid off of. He would take that wherever in the country it needed to go, and then he would backhaul produce in to Yano for United Grocery Chain, which is a division of Albertsons. This guy's making money all the way around. Smart, smart, smart. He negotiated his agreements well enough that for every stop we did, he gave us a percentage of the stop pay that he had arranged with the company. We didn't get like, oh, just a flat fee. He gave us a percentage of it. And I remember I even had the paycheck stuff. I think one of them I got like 100 something for one stop. And like it graduated like I got like $40 or $50 a couple of stops and 70, then 100 something just for the stops. And I had sometimes I'd have 6 or 7 stops. Um, the getting into a company, and I'm gonna agree with Cherie, who comes on here sometimes. Getting into a company for box and dry van, you might not do as well. Now, right now, Nikki has given me a couple companies. There's one out of Phoenix that's doing container freight, going from they do an empty container into California, and then you bring a loaded container back. And I think she said they're guaranteeing like $5,600 a month. Um, So you basically take a empty in and you bring a loaded back, and I think it's strictly drop hook. Um, I could do that because I'd crawl up and sweep nothing. My concern is chassis because sometimes the chassis aren't maintained well, and that can get into some issues. Excuse me, y'all. So I've got some things I'm looking at. I got one company where I would go out for 2 weeks and be home for 2 days. Go back out for 2 weeks, home for 2 days. Um, yeah, that's right. Um, but when you come in the industry, what to expect? It's like a camping life on the road. You are going to possibly have the good old boy network, um, depending on where you're at in the country. I do think that you can have a more corporate type experience if you go to like a Swift or a Knight, but they're going to have their shenanigans as well. So no company's going to be perfect. What you're trying to find is a mediocre, middle of the road fit without a lot of drama, and that pays you what you want to make. And I was watching a guy called Scooby Doo. He says, look, there's some of you guys y'all want to make way more than $1,500 a week. For him, he's satisfied with. I think it was something like that because it just really depends on what you're trying to do with your money. I get it, and I'm kind of the same way. I don't have to make 90 to 100 a year. Granted, that would be nice, but I need to make enough to enjoy my life, pay my bills. Hey, Jaden, and just have a decent life. If I'm making chump change, I can't. And so you got to really position yourself to what you want to make. And if you go to a truck, I prefer going to trucking school. So as far as out here on the road, most of my videos, I've kind of given you my ups, my downs, my good, my bad. I had someone say thank you because I've been, you're helping a lot of people understand the industry is truthfully. I don't glamorize this because I can't. Do I enjoy it? Absolutely. I enjoy driving, but I also am very irritated with the treatment that we get as drivers from companies and the game playing that we get when it comes to loads, cents per mile, um, lying to you through your dispatch. I hate all that. And I understand, in my humble opinion, why there's a shortage in the industry. And it's because people get burnt out on the game, and the new generation is not going to play it. So you're gonna come up in here with the BS, and the new generation is gonna be, oh, I can sit at mom and daddy's house and go smoke. Well, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be mean. Go smoke weed with my buddies and chill the hell out. They can live at home for a while. Whereas their parents who may have been struggling to put food on the table had to put up with your shiznit because they needed the money coming in. These kids don't care. They don't. And until you begin to change your thinking as a company, you were going to continue a shortage in the industry until they can either get the automated truck going. Anyway, guys, I didn't mean for this to be 40 minutes. I'm getting ready to get my little black butt off of here. I gotta go to sleep. Um, but I did want to check in, so y'all be praying that I get a load heading west between Monday and Tuesday. Hell, they can give me some tomorrow, and start heading me west. So, anyway, y'all, two and two be blessed. Oh, GPS. Hold on. I'm sorry. Deshaun, welcome to the channel. Lisa, how you doing? GPS. I actually run. I have four GPS. Well, yeah, I run four GPSs on this truck. Well, actually five. So I use Google, not for the truck, but more so to satellite view in to see where I'm driving. But I have used Google in conjunction with my GPSs if I get in an area that's questionable to understand where I'm at. I use the GPS. The big GPS I bought was Garmin, but I also have Garmin. I have Rand McNally, and I also own TomTom Trucker. I have all of the I have all of the three trucking GPSs on this truck. Um, the reason I do that is because you get different. Sometimes I'll get similar route, and then I run the GPS through the company. There's a Qualcomm GPS on here. Also, I call her Gigi Ghetto Girl because she's irritating as hell. But because the company has been to that location, usually running the company GPS, right when you get close to the location, it's going to get you where you need to go, um, to the shipper or the consignee. So I run Garmin. Garmin is okay. I think it's decent. It's not good on the East Coast. It's probably better on the West Coast. It's okay in the Midwest. Rand McNally is really the best one of them all because they're the company that makes the maps. Um, Rand McNally also gives you a better selection. Like if I go to find a truck stop that is en route, it gives me a broader selection than what Garmin does. Garmin tends to lean more towards the mainstream truck stops, whereas Rand McNally might even give me a mom and pop truck stop, which is fine with me as long as it's a truck stop. Um, and then the TomTom Trucker, I've just started playing with. I can't give you a lot of details on it. It's okay. I need to give more. I need to play with it a little bit more, but I have it up there. But I haven't played with it to the degree that I probably should to be able to give you much feedback on it. Actually, normally right now because I haven't played with it, it's off. So I'm no. I have had it on. I have run it. Um, it does usually align with another one. And the other thing I do sometimes is look to see who coincides with who. So like I had three different routes to where I'm going to take out of the yard, and I decided to follow Gigi Ghetto Girl, the company's GPS, because it took me on all interstate, whereas Garmin and Rand were going to take me state and U.S. highways. So um, for the eastern area, I think Rand McNally is your better bet. Garmin, when I went to the eastern area, northeast, the Garmin was the reason I bought the Rand because I was working for Hirschbach doing a lot of East Coast, and the Garmin was giving me a lot of restricted roads that weren't truly restricted in the East Coast, whereas Rand was not. And so that's one of the reasons I went with the Rand. And Rand also gave me better location finding on the East Coast than what Garmin did. The problem with the Rand is if you go with the tablet, the bigger ones, tablet especially, it has been known to not last the length of time. Something's going on with the electronics for it. So if you do go Rand McNally tablet, make sure you get the extended warranty with it. And usually you probably buy it at Love's because if you buy it at Love's, you get points back for the purchase. Um, but I would say go with the Rand if you can. And I've got the little 5 inch. That's what all I paid for because I was just using it for the East Coast. Um, but I'll be honest, I really would have liked the bigger one. Yeah, I got the little 5 inch. I would have liked the bigger one for the screen. I had the original Rand McNally. That was that. The original one was phenomenal. It lasted forever. Yeah, the 5 inch. I mean, that's what I got. It's just under $300. So I got the 5 inch, 540. Um, it gets the job done. And like I said, one thing I do like about it is when you use the RAN, it not only gives you like the main uh, truck stops for parking, it gives you mom and dad. Like where I'm at right now is a mom and dad thing. I put in there, and this is what came up. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting sleepy. I'm ready to go to bed. And two and two, I'll holler at y'all probably in the next day or so, or maybe tomorrow. Um, maybe when I'm sitting at the shipper hill, I don't know. And we'll do another live. Oh, well, the East Coast has to pay. Nobody wants. Nobody wants to drive that area, especially Jersey. They need to pay you 60 some shit. They need to pay you $1.50 a mile as a company driver for what y'all put up with on the East Coast. Same thing with Southern California. They need to pay them $1 something a mile to go put up with California and their drama. Where in Phoenix? I'm gonna be on the west side. I'm staying where my place is. I'll be there. I'll be back. Willie. I'm supposed to be there Thursday. This coming Thursday. I'm supposed to be there. So I'll hit me at the truckerdoll@gmail.com or no, it's just truckerdoll@gmail.com. Hit me there, Willie, and I'll get your phone. I think I got your phone number, but send me your phone number again. And oh, you talking about Vamp? Or talking about Monet? Um, but hit me up, and then what we can do, we can probably do a meetup too, because you're there, Willie. Monet's gonna be there. Flossie's there. I'm definitely gonna be seeing oh shoot, Nikki. Nikki's there. Yeah, no problem, Deshaun. I don't know if I did a review on those. I don't know. And oh, and the other thing, Deshaun, on the Rand, I think it's easier to do what they call lat and long. So latitude, longitude. So like you'll have an address sometimes that won't come up. You can put into Google and ask for the lat and long of the address. Enter that information in, and the GPS will get you the RAM will get you real close. With the Garmin, I have to go through some shenanigans at putting in the Latin long, and I have to figure out some additional information to put the right one in for it to route me. So that's the only thing I will say about the Latin long. It's easier to do the Latin long on the RAM than it is on the Garmin. So, and if you don't know what Latin long is, it's like your aircraft uses latitude, longitude for space to locate a space or an address or whatever. You're doing the same thing on the Garmin, and it helps you drive to that location if the address itself does not come up. So that actually helps you quite a bit. Anyway, y'all, two and two, be blessed. Peace.